What's up, everybody? This your boy King Hussle, and yes, this is my new YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe, hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Talking this one right here, King Hussle Topic, King Hussle X1M, the Hussle Family, King Hussle 2.0, Blachat Jones, Click Here to Laugh, and Hussle Nation Empire Productions. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Now listen, all you gotta do is click the title on all my videos, boom, and at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. The first one that says book here is my official IG, King Hussle X1M. I got a lot of fake IGs out there. A lot of people just don't seem to get it, like, hey, pay attention to detail, look at the name. It doesn't say King Hussle X1M. It's not King Hussle on YouTube, King Hussle SE or none of that. It's King Hussle X1M. So all you gotta do is click the link in the description, boom, the first one that says book here, or you could just make sure they FaceTime them before you send some money or get a verification video, because they don't do that, that ain't me. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only. I'm not telling anybody they're gonna do anything, so let's get this started. Hey, so today we're gonna be talking about loans and CPNs, how people are getting loans with CPNs, and a lot of people don't seem to get it with that. And I'm gonna be making a video on how people are getting cars with CPNs. I'm gonna make a video on how people are getting apartments with CPNs, because a lot of people in today's time is just interested in getting a CPN because, like I said, a lot of people are followers. Everybody is so monkey see, monkey do. You start talking about one thing and everybody start doing it, then everybody wanna do it too. So let's talk about how people are getting loans with CPNs, because like, at the end of the day, this is on educational purposes only. I'm not telling anybody gonna do anything, but I gotta make everybody aware of what's really going on. There are people really getting loans with CPNs. There are people really getting these type of things with CPNs, and they're getting away with it, and they're living scot-free because they're doing what they're supposed to do with them. Because like I said, just because you got a new CPN or just because you got a new social security number doesn't mean you could just run the credit up and crash it. No, you pay the bills on that too. You never know what'll happen. You know. So boom, people are literally getting these CPNs, and like I said, people are building CPNs the right way. A lot of people get bogus CPNs. A lot of people get CPNs built the wrong way and all different type of things like that. So people are, what they're doing is they're getting, okay, CPN is a new social security number, right? So what they're doing is they're saying, okay, I'm gonna build a social security number around a new SSN. I'm gonna do the CPN around my name, right? New SSN number, address, number, all that. So I'm gonna come up with the three numbers is the prefix numbers, right? So that's the around, and whatever the three first digits is, that's around the year that you were born. So if you're gonna build it around your name, you're supposed to the first three digits are supposed to be the year and the state that you were born in, around where you at. Because a lot of people mess up and they use any type of prefix, and then they use a different address and different state. Like, no, like the prefix is not, if you're in Atlanta, you're supposed to use Atlanta prefix. If you're in Wisconsin, you're supposed to use a Wisconsin prefix. If you're in California, you're supposed to use a California prefix. If this ID is where this state is gonna be, where this CPN is built around, you're supposed to do that. And a lot of people mess up with that too. So boom, say you're in Atlanta and you got your Atlanta, and you know what I'm saying, you building your CPN about Atlanta, you in Atlanta, right? Point blank period. So you're gonna get you a 3-digit prefix that's around the same year as you, boom, same one. It might even be the same 3-digit prefix, right? So boom. The next 6 digits are all made up. Just make up the next 6 digits, and then you make sure you go check and see if it's been used before. Like, is this SSN being used? Is it a death on this SSN type stuff like that, right? So once you see that no one's ever used that SSN number, what people are doing, they're going to the public records and things like that. Then they're opening up accounts with Experian and Credit Karma and things like that. Then they're going to these stores and they're running credit on them. They're running inquiries on them. So they're applying for things, cards, in-store cards, just lines of credit, things like that. So it can start generating a credit score on that CPN, on that credit number, on that SSN that you just built, right? So once you fill out your account on Experian and you fill out your account on Credit Karma with the name and the new address, and the way people are getting addresses is they're either getting virtual addresses or they're using just random houses that have never been associated with them a day in their life, right? So they get new addresses and stuff like that. Like that's how they get an address. So boom, that's gonna be their new mailing address, right? So boom, then they getting it together, right? So now they got the address, they got the SSN number. Now they gotta get an ID. So then, like I said, they running up the credit and all that. And like I said, they just going to the DMV. They saying I need to apply for a new ID or driver's license card, or get some driver's license. They taking the permit test and the driver's ed test under this new social security number because it's a new entity. And then once they pass, they taking their picture here and get the ID. Now this, you got a new driver's license number, you got a whole, all that new person. Wow. So now you running around with a new SSN number, right? So boom. Now you got your ID with the virtual address on the ID, all that good stuff, right? So boom, with their, like I said, they go into all these different stores and they're running credit on these on the new SSN number, right? So they applying for this, applying for that, applying for this, and it's checking their credits, checking their credit. So now that it's checking their credit, it's building the credit score on that credit report, right? So boom, now you don't get approved, you don't get approved, right? So boom, so then what they're doing, they go into these different spots and they're generating credit, right? So I mean they're adding trade lines to their credit and all that, right? And what they're doing is like, so say you know how to add a trade line at the right time. So if you add the trade line at the right time, it could be reported like this in a matter of like a week or a couple of days or something. So as soon as they add the trade line, it's being reported to the credit report. Now their credit just jumped a whole bunch of points, right? So now they building up the credit. They getting all these trade lines. They're building up the payment history on their CPN and stuff like that. So then they start, like I said, a lot of people, they throw businesses on they, because like I said, it's easier to get a business loan or a grant than a personal loan or grant, right? So they're building up these businesses, and some people are either they're building up dummy businesses, like establishing dummy businesses under these fake, you know what I mean? And then they're really building up real businesses for tax reasons and things like that, so they ain't gotta pay all them taxes. They splitting it up, right? So boom. If they looking to build up the credit, they look at the crash flow, they're like, okay, I'm gonna build up this credit and I'm gonna get these loans, right? So I'm gonna build this credit and payment history up to an X amount. I'm gonna put whatever I gotta put on it. I'm gonna do these programs. They doing all this to build up that CPN, right? So they can get this money and not have to pay it back, and it won't be on their real SSN. So they doing their research, they getting their trade lines, their AUs. Now they're able to get a $50,000 loan, a $100,000 loan, a $250,000 loan, a $500,000 loan under this business, right? Because they did what they had to do to build up the payment history. They got their payday score 80 or better, just everything that they needed to do because they built the CPN, they built this credit score up. They got the public records. They just a new entity, and it's looking like the entity is looking so good that it's looking worthy enough to giving this credit to, right? So they're getting the loans, and then once they get the loans, they might pay the loan back for X amount of months, maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 months, and then they can stop paying, right? So then they run up, they get as many loans as they can at one time, they pay it back for X amount of time, then they crash it, they file bankruptcy on that CPN, and then they do it all over again. And that's what a lot of people are not understanding. Like, it's a lot of different methods and a lot of different ways that people are using these CPNs to get a lot of different things, loans, credit cards, lines of credit. Like I said, people are getting credit cards, doing the exact same thing. They building up the CPN, they getting credit cards, personal and business. They were getting the high limits. They building all the way up to get a high limit, and they just crashing it out. They getting money off the cars. They buying expensive things. They paying for bills with their real Social Security number, credit bill, and all that type of stuff like that. It's just a lot of different things that's going on that a lot of people aren't aware of that people are doing. And like I said, this is all educational purposes only. I'm not telling anybody to go do anything, but we as the people need to be aware of what's going on. We as the people need to know what's really being done in the world, because a lot of people are getting scammed. A lot of people are getting messed over by the government. A lot of people are messing over the government. So I just want people to be aware of what's going on so they won't put themselves in a position to, you know what I'm saying, mess up or do this or do that. Because like I said, I don't judge nobody for having to do what they got to do. If you got to do this or you got to do that to get you some money, that's on you. But get in and get out. Know when to get in and get out, because at the end of the day, it's not going to last forever. It's not going to last very long. And that's what I teach people. That's why I give my lessons, so I can teach people how to invest, how to be blessed, how to take the money that they got and invest in certain things to make passive income. I teach people how to make thousands of dollars a day off of IG, off of iPhone, because it's possible. If I did it, you can do it too. And that's what I teach. Card cracking, just another hustle. Just like people who work a 9 to 5, just how people sell drugs, just how people sell hair, just how people do anything. It's another hustle. But this hustle, it's a different ball game. It's a different category. It's a different magnitude. You know, you get caught doing this, you can do some major time. And I don't want nobody doing a major time. I don't want nobody going down for some stupid stuff. So I'm letting the people be aware of, hey, you can make $10,000 a day with this. You sure can. But it's always gonna be a consequence with that. There's a lot of people move wrong. Once you do the first time you do that scam or that car crack or whatever, it's now an open investigation. And now they're gonna see where it came from, who did it, if they're gonna do more so they can charge for it, and then just get the whole ring, because they wanna know, is this a ring of people doing it? Is it a whole bunch of people doing it? Let's get down to the bottom of it. So that's how people are getting major loans with CPNs. They're building up the credit, they're getting IDs, they building up the public records, they're building up the credit, and then they getting established and they getting loans, they crashing out the credit, they're doing a lot of different things like that. So make sure y'all tapping in. I got way more videos dropping. I got way more videos coming soon after this. I need everybody to stay tuned. I need everybody to go run up them subscribers on all the YouTube channels. I need everybody to go run up them followers on all the all the Instagram channels. And let's keep this thing rocking. Hey, shout out to all my Real Hustle Nation Empire fans. Shout out to all my Real Hustle Nation Empire family members, because at the end of the day, we gonna win together. And even shout out to the haters, because y'all still watching, y'all still commenting, y'all always got something to say. So it's all cool. We gonna continue to get this money, all positive vibes, no negativity. Make sure y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all coming to win with me. Make sure y'all getting y'all lessons, booking y'all seats right now, because prices are going up soon. Basic lessons is $600. Any one basic lesson, a lot of people don't understand. Well, basic lesson is one thing. You want to learn how to clean your credit sweep. That's going to be $600. If you want to learn about how to build your credit, if you want to do your credit right now, you FaceTime me and we're gonna add a $5,000 trade line or $10,000 trade line to your CP right now, this instant. So tap in with me. I'm doing a lot of great things where people. I'm getting a lot of people in the right position to elevate. Shout out to all my truck drivers that's been tapping in. Shout out to all my teachers that's been tapping in. Shout out to all my young people that's been tapping in. And shout out to everybody that believe in me, because I believe in you too, and we can all win together. I'm gonna be dropping more videos today, tomorrow, next day after that. So let's keep it rocking, let's keep it going. It's your boy King Hussle. Make sure y'all follow all the YouTube channels, and I'll be back real soon. Peace.